One thing Roy says she didn't expect to have to deal with, a language barrier. These dogs were raised in China and don't yet understand the English language. Roy says all the dogs are healthy, and once they return to full health, they will be up for adoption. Alex says she keeps these cards with her from the Americans with Disabilities Act to hand out to those who have questions or concerns about service dogs. MacKenzie Clarke, KSC TV. Rebel is one of the 5 dogs rescued from the Chinese meat trade. Fast Friends Greyhound Adoption Center in Swansea brought Rebel and 4 other dogs all the way from Beijing. Fast Friends Development Director Amy Roy says the rescue wouldn't have been possible without the organization's connections.
Well, our director, Sharon Thomas, has contacts around the world. She's very connected in kind of the international rescue community. She got hooked up with this group in China, and they recently had seen a lot of greyhounds, and they were outreaching for different places to take the greyhounds.
Roy says the journey for these dogs was not easy. Just getting them here was one challenge, but getting them healthy again was another.
We have one of them needs some surgery. She had had a broken leg when they found her at the meat market. All the dogs were rescued from the meat trade. Few were taken right off the scales when they were being weighed for the value of their meat.
All of the dogs were held in quarantine after crossing into the New Hampshire border. Despite the brutal journey they had to overcome, these dogs are happy to be in the care of people who love them.
They were downstairs for a week and a half, and it was just the 5 of them. And they did, the first day they were all just really sleepy and, just kind of catching up. But once their cycles adjusted, they were just super happy and excited. They've all been really friendly with people for everything that they've, gone through. They're not afraid. They're not shy. They're just like lovely dogs.
One thing Roy says she didn't expect to have to deal with, a language barrier. These dogs were raised in China and don't yet understand the English language. Roy says all the dogs are healthy, and once they return to full health, they will be up for adoption. MacKenzie Clarke, KSC TV. This is Joy. She's a medical assistant and psychiatric service dog in training to KSC student Alexandra Asandrio. Alex currently juggles school, work, and training Joy to be an official service dog, but not without a few issues.
Somebody reported me for having a fake service dog on campus. It was hard to get her to be seen as an official service dog in training and not just an emotional support animal that I wanted to bring everywhere with me.
After the issue was resolved, Joy was allowed to travel around campus with Alex, who suffers from anxiety, celiac disease, migraines, and sensory processing disorder. Originally, Joy started off as Alex's emotional support animal.
I have a number of disabilities, and animals have always been a comfort to me. So I adopted her, and then I realized that I needed more than an emotional support animal. I needed something that would be able to help me on a daily basis.
Currently, Joy performs many daily tasks to assist her owner. One specific task is helping Alex calm down from panic attacks.
When I get attacks, I have trouble breathing, I don't know where I am, and it's just a really scary thing to go through alone. She helps me by alerting to my anxiety. When I start to breathe heavy, she jumps on my chest and lowers me to the ground, and then she performs deep pressure therapy and tactile touch stimulation to bring me out of it.
One thing Alex says is important to her is how people perceive pit bulls. Joy is a Beagle Pit Bull mix. Alex says she receives a few comments on the breed of her service dog, but that doesn't stop her from training Joy.
Any type of dog can be a service dog as long as they go through the training and they meet the criteria. Pit bulls actually make great psychiatric service dogs. They're really in tune to their owner's emotions without being overly protective.
Alex says she keeps these cards with her from the Americans with Disabilities Act to hand out to those who have questions or concerns about service dogs. MacKenzie Clarke, KSC TV.